you're not chronically online, you or follow any kind of streamer Twitch kickish type of drama, you wouldn't have heard about this. But depending on how much this has grown by the time I'm releasing this video, you probably have. So there's a streamer called Lakari, however you say his name. Basically, what happened, the LDR, TDR, whatever, however you say the thing, is he exposed himself for having CSASM material saved on a notepad, and it got leaked while he was on stream. So this guy was just casually streaming, getting into League of Legends. First of all, why is it always like League of Legends type players that end up in this mess? But anyways, that's probably not accurate, but that's just from what I've been seeing. He was casually streaming, and then he opens up his notepad to, I don't know, maybe find some kind of note on something, and then like and obviously Windows, it has an automatic feature. It's its default setting where when you close it and you open it up again, it'll open up the previously saved session regardless of if you saved it or not. And basically what it was like a categorized notepad of like literally CSASM material from what the notes say. And after further a deeper dive was done on it, what happened was that people found explicit teen content, family nudity, GBT, which stands for jailbait, bestiality. Like, bro. On top of that, other stuff, bestiality too. Like, anyways, and then lolicon, which is another insane thing to me. This is what I mean by how like cooked we are as like the further we get, the more and more terms and like just the degeneracy of these like gooner materials. Like there's already hentai, and then now on top of that lolly. Anyways, let's go into the video, and then you guys will see what we're talking about, and we'll continue.
K feeds. Let me at least add a way to the list of champions that I like. Fuck. The hell?
Bro, all he has to say is just fuck. The hell. So, anyways, we'll continue the other stuff I want to add on the video just a bit real quick. So he issued an apology on X, and you guys can read it if you want to. Leave it up on the screen. But basically, what he said was that he continued streaming because he wanted to downplay it because it wasn't that big of a deal and stuff like that. He claimed that he possessed zero minor content and underage content and stuff like that. It wasn't CSASM related. He said that he just casually he browses hentai and porn sites as a way to escape, and he realizes that having this material is wrong. It's unacceptable. It's not right for his community. It's a bad example. And the cherry on top is that he's now entering a 30-day corn recovery rehab program. It's good that you're entering rehab, but the fact of the matter is that you can't deny that the stuff you have on there is like CSASM related. And okay, fine. People can say that like maybe the titling is just that like little gray area because teen means it could be 18 and 19, but at the end of the day, man, like you don't categorize something like this with teen specific stuff unless it's literally like underneath that. Like why can't you just put whatever name of that category? Why does that have to be teen specific? Anyways. So yeah, from that apology right there, he tried to downplay it and whatever. But let's just like you guys can look real quick right here. As soon as that thing pops up, you can just see the way his like eyes light up, and like that fear just like instills in him, and he's internally panicking. You can see it in his eyes. You can see it in his eyes. You can see it in the way that he's looking at his chat right now, right after the fact he, hides the notepad and stuff like that. But just look at it. And by the way, I don't want anybody to mention anything about the activate windows. I'm doing my best, okay? Anyways, continue with this thing right here. Look at the way his eyebrows like go up, and like you can just see the panic and then the rush to like quickly get that out of the way, and then he like immediately looks into his chat, and you can just like the way he's like shaking his arm, leg, or whatever it is, and he's like looking at like reading his chat, trying to make sure that like, yo, did anybody catch on? And then now the chat starts catching on, and then now he has to react to it. because now look, everybody's seeing what was that. You know, this person realizes what was that, and then the other person says leaked. Wait, where is it? Yeah, see, leaked. What was that? WTF? Leaked. It just starts going crazy, right? And then this person says that same thing here too. So, anyways, after that, he like while he's continuing to stream, he had like his own mods, bro, are based, by the way. First of all, like W for you guys for not like staying loyal to some PDF, alleged PDF, okay. And I look like this one mod here, Shinoda. End your stream, dude. This isn't funny. This isn't a joke or something you can laugh off. I hope that this is somehow was a mistake or a virus, but it's looking real bad. You need to get help. I'm unmodding myself and unassociating with you. Peace. And then he just copy and paste that so he makes sure he sees it and stuff like that. And then like, look, he made the chat emote only. So that's the other thing. So after that stuff happened, and like his mods are trying to, you know, get him to figure this shit out, and like obviously the chat is going crazy and, you know, trying to expose him and getting him to address the fact, he ends up turning it into followers only mode first of all. Which, okay, fine. If I'm some unfollowed viewer and I want to, you know, chat in there and be like, yo, what the hell is this? Like you want to address what you just showed me? I'll just quickly follow you and, you know, just, you know, start trolling a bit more in there. Then on top of that, after the fact, he made it an emote only chat, which then his mods countered it but it was basically a battle between him and his mods at that point. Like the mods kept unbanning, you know, banned people. They kept turning it into an everyone only chat. And then they, again, while doing that, they were telling him to just end the stream. Like, he could have just simply ended the stream, collected himself, and figured out, like how he was going to address this instead of just continuing to stream going over. And, like, he's at 5,000 by the time the screenshot was taken. Who knows how much more it could have been at. And then what's even funnier than that, what's even crazier than that, is the fact that he raised his TTS. TTS, for those who don't know, is text to speech, which basically people will, you know, donate like $1 or whatever. In return, they can type something, and then the voice bot will like read it out to them on stream. You know, it's just a funny way to interact with, you know, streamers and chatters and, you know, to create clips and whatever the case is. But in this case, it was used to, you know, be like, yo, like, you're a PDF. Why aren't you addressing the fact? What the hell were those links on your notepad right there? Like, was that ceased as a material? So on and so forth. So yeah, anyways, going further into it, so the reactions in real time. So like, this is a thread of some people that have been in the stream in real time, seeing everything that happened, and now they post their reactions on us. So this one person, Five Talent, says, I just tuned in and he's just burying himself further. He just said viruses put illegal shit into your PC. That's how it works. So yes, so at that point you basically are admitting that, you know, it was illegal content on there. Like that's what I mean. That's what I meant earlier when I said that it ties into his apology, because his apology states that there was anything, you know, underage related. So, you know, basically giving the presumption that there was no illegal content on there. But then during the stream, you, out of panic, you know, you haven't collected yourself, you haven't done none of that stuff. Of course, without that, you know, additional, you know, PR prep situation, you essentially, you know, kind of incriminated yourself right there by acknowledging that it was illegal stuff. But it wasn't you that put that illegal stuff on there. It was just some virus that your PC ended up, you know, gathering, and now it's on there because of the virus. Like, bro, oh my gosh, bro, I really need to get a haircut, or I need to figure out a better hair growth thing, man. I'm literally like balding. It's harder to keep, man. It's harder to keep. I got a 7 head now by this point. Like, good God. And then Big Dog 1223 says that, like, you know, he said he deleted it, but apparently Windows 11 saves shit, which makes no sense because if you delete a notepad, it is gone into the recycle bin. Bro is literally lying about it. It's crazy. What he probably did is paste the link, either saved it himself or just close the notepad, which he has a setting on that auto saves it. You can actually turn that setting off. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was just a genuine, like, built-in thing that, like, you can't reverse. So, okay, I didn't know that. But yeah, so it is a default thing that it auto saves it, and then when you close it, reopen it again, it'll open up your previously saved session, whether you saved it on your desktop or not. Like, if you left the notepad untitled and you close it that way, you don't have it saved on anything, it'll still open up that previously saved session because it's saved locally or whatever. But yeah, like I just don't think you can, like there's any way you can try to counter that, like, over here, because, like, bro, you literally categorized the information that you had on there. Like, you named it, okay? You pasted specific links, okay? You categorized it, okay? Like, there's no way a virus is doing that for you, bro. Like that was literally stuff that you researched. Maybe you got it from another, like, illegal goon, or colleague, or whatever the case is, and you put it on there to save for yourself for later on. Like there's just no way around that. You can't tell. Like, you literally created a digital library for it. You organized it so you can, oh, what am I feeling today? Oh, I'm feeling this thing right here. I'm gonna go pick that. Like, you created a digital library of illegal content for yourself. And you know what? Let me give you guys an example of this thing right here. So like, I'm not a user of Notepad often. Like, I'll just use it real quick if I want to put a note to remind myself, because often, like, I'm a very forgetful person. I have to be honest. Like, I'm very forgetful about things. So what I'll have to do is that, like, if I think of something, I'll either like write it down on my phone, but then I'll forget to check my phone for that note in my Notepad on my phone. So what I'll do is I'll put it on my PC. And then, so I'll give myself a note, right? I'll write a note, then I'll quickly, go do whatever errand I got to do. Then I'll come back and then, turn my PC back on from sleep mode, and then I'll see it pop up right there. Then bang, it's like there. Then I'll do that reminder right away. So, anyways, here's a prime example, a real time example. I've never touched any settings on my Notepad, nothing like that ever before. Okay, the autosave is automatically on. This is an untitled new note that has no, saved thing on my desktop, on my downloads, on any of my hard drives, none of that stuff. Okay, so here's the thing. So I don't know, like, okay. Let's just say I wanted to remind myself to goon. So it's like, remember to goon today. Okay, let me raise it for you guys there. So anyways, it's on here. I put the reminder on myself. I'm grateful. Thank goodness. Okay, I'm gonna go outside, do my thing. Get errands done and whatever. Come back home. I boot on my PC. Wake it up again, and then bam, this is what pops up on my screen. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh, I almost forgot that I had to do this very important task today. I have to goon. So I do my thing. I goon, and I'm like, oh wow, task well done. And then I close it, right? It's not saved. I don't need to save this reminder, right? So I close it, and I'm like, and whatever. I do my thing, whatever it is, and I'm like, oh wait, I gotta set a I gotta, I thought of a new idea. Let me quickly write that in my notes. Let me quickly put a note in. Bam. What was previously saved? My goon reminder. So anyways, that's just a prime example of what it looks like from when you when you put something in your notes. No matter how long it is, no matter how big it is, no matter what's on there, it'll automatically save it. Whether you save it or not, you close it, you open it back up again, it'll open up the previously saved session, including everything that you had on there. This comment was so funny to me. Getting past the effed up and possibly illegal stuff that he might have done, I just don't understand how the heck some streamers are so stupid that this keeps happening. Why would you even have that shit on your computer and stream on it? Like, thank you. But like, don't do that stuff on your like your money making, your business device. If anything, like, if you think about it, your streaming PC is your work device. That's where you're doing your thing. That's where you're making your content. That's where, like, your viewers, your very public audience sees what you do. And then I saw something on another thread which I can't seem to find anymore, but like, apparently he rakes in like 200,000 or something like that, or he's made that before from from Twitch streams or Dono subathon, whatever the case is. 200,000, bro. Like, that is two people's a higher middle class yearly salary. That is a combined, family income, high middle class, like you're telling me out of that, you couldn't have bought yourself like, I don't know, maybe a Gooner laptop for like a band, right? Like, I'm sure you could have Alienware, some kind of like beat up Dell thing, because really all you need to do is just, it needs to be able to connect to Wi-Fi and just be able to browse, maybe even Microsoft Edge for your edging. Like, you could have done that, but no. You do you do it on your work device. So what this person posted here, who's the what and why, like, this was pretty interesting to me. I didn't know about this, what CSAM means and whatever. Sorry, my phone's just going off because but yeah, like, gonna mirror what I said on the other post. Family newsism is the real smoking gun here. It's long served as a gray zone because of the way CSAM laws are hinged on any material needing to be explicit. And there's a certain legal precedent for certain depictions not being explicit. See the Nevermind baby. More often than not, those sites are run by and used by PDFs under this false precedence, and then taken down whenever the owners are caught with the no gray zone stuff. Okay. So this is where it was. So yeah, basically JBT Grok didn't really explain like what exactly it means, just that it's related to CSAM and stuff like that, and I was too scared to like ask you to dive further because I don't know if it was like super like really illegal FBI type shit to do. But anyways, so this person explains it right here. So I can't even think of what the acronym means, and then somebody says that it means jailbait teen. So I didn't know that it meant that JBT is jailbait teen. I thought it was just jailbait too. Anyways, so it was a big thing 20 years ago when there was no social media. Creeps uploaded lots of pics of underage girls on public websites. That's basically what Reddit was known for originally. Don't look up the most popular subreddit of 2011. I will take that advice. Anyways, there's a lot of argument between this the terminology of it, JBT, but basically what it is that it's like some people say that JBT is jailbait teen in terms of somebody that looks that looks young, so it's like jailbait, but isn't actually young and isn't like 18 plus or whatever the case is. And others say that JBT is used for terms of like people that look over 18 but are actually underage. So I don't know what like the like the mainstream meaning means or whatever the case is, what the universal meaning is, but that's just what it says. But regardless, it's fucked in both ways. What's even more funny and ironic to me in this situation is the fact that like this person, so again another real-time watcher, after the thing happened, he's like, it's sort of surreal watching him still stream, alternating between follow only chat and now he's playing Prison Simulator. Like you're literally foreshadowing what's gonna be your future most likely. So, anyways, yeah, when you go back to his ex apology, it's still up, and I'm sure he'll keep it up and stuff like that. But 3.8 million views, like insane amount of impressions for this case. That kind of situation you want to be in, and just comments are absolutely cooking him. So man convicted of tells victim, sorry y'all, my bad, is basically what this apology was. I guess not the context of that, but same messaging. He made his statement so trash even his gang clowned him. His mods were frying him. And his donors, bro. All right, I'm back, guys. My bad, I had to go do something for a couple of hours, but we're all good to go. The annoying thing though is that I can't remember what and I'm not I'm wearing a hoodie this time. I'm not showing you my gorilla hair body self, but I forgot where I left off, but let me just check my notepad and see where I was at. It's me. Damn. Oh my god. Bro, sometimes when you're watching, like illegal WWE streams, like it'll just inject, a virus on your notepad. So I think that's a happen. I'm not into John Cena feed pics, guys. That's a terrible mess up. Fuck. Anyways, all right. On a more serious, absolutely serious note, I come back here at perfect timing, man. Look. I just see that he put up a statement right here, and bro, you cannot make this up. I want to clear up two things while I'm getting my ish together. I'm only into 2D hentai content. I don't watch, seek out, or download real world 3D corn, and I do not engage with or support anything involving minors in any form. After the stream, the files and links that showed up were looked into. There is no legal material in them. The problem was how bad some of the titles looked and the fact that I didn't shut things down fast enough on stream. My bad. This is on me. Pulling an R-Truth right now. Yo. My bad. That's on me. Kane, my bad, head ass.
This was on me. This is on me. Kane, my bad.
I handled everything poorly. I get why people are troubled, and I should have taken it more serious in the moment. I'm owning up to that, and I wanted these facts to be clear. Thanks for allowing me this time so I can focus on fixing myself. Excuse me, bro. Okay, you know what? Maybe they like fine, but can we get some proof that the material was not illegal? Like, can we have somebody that actually reviewed them to come out and be like, yeah, you know what? I fully did it. Somebody that's not gonna lie. Okay, somebody that's not gonna lie for him. Someone that's actually gonna do it. Like, I don't know if you got to put him under oath. He's got to sign something. I don't know. But we need somebody to validate that this is true. Like, there are actual creators out here that get the money. Okay, it's not about the fame. They get the money, man. You're making bread. You're literally making a living off of just talking to people, playing games, reacting to stuff for a living, while other people, such as myself, for example, right, you got to work a 9 to 5, you're stuck to that schedule, everything is contingent on, you basically giving your life to that thing that you probably don't want to spend your entire life doing, right? Some people have to do that, but you're essentially given a dream career, and you throw it all away because you want to be fiddling around with CP and you want to look at little kids. Anyways, man, let's just look into seeing what like the penalty would be if this would be prosecuted or persecuted or whatever, right? So, apparently he's from Texas, right? Is that correct? I think that's what it says in his Twitter bio as well. Yeah, he's from Texas. So the legal consequences is for real CSAM, 2 to 10 years for a base offense, 10K fine. Second degree offense is a 2 to 20 years up to 10K fine. If you had a prior conviction as well as 10 to 49 years. First degree conviction is a 5 to 99 years or life and up to 10K. 25 to 99 years if the convicted works in childcare role or displayed that CSAM material in a school library. There's another section for this as well where it's like if this was like AI computer generated, CSAM and whatever, you get minimum of 180 days to 2 years in jail for that. Anyways, I hope this guy, gets what he deserves. I hope we get some real, validated truth going out here. Verify, who actually deemed it as non illegal, and to anybody that I guess was harmed by this, I'm praying for you, man. Like this is just so shitty. And I hope this guy, okay, regardless, just it comes to a point where he's like, you know what, I gotta lock in and I gotta just own up to it. So, Lakari, I don't think you're watching this. This will probably get like 10 views, but nonetheless, the message is just own up to it if you did it, dog. Just own up to you if you did it. Do the time if you get convicted or whatever the case is, and then after that, just recover from never doing this again. Like this should never be a thing, dog. Anyways, y'all, thanks for watching. Peace.